going to send a very strong message out that people who are my supporters, we want them to vote for President Trump. If we're going to accomplish the mission that I set out to accomplish when I got into this campaign, to end the censorship, to end the surveillance, to get out of the Ukraine war and unravel the war machine, and the chronic disease epidemic. The only way to do that is to get President Trump in the White House and me into Washington. So we're going to pull out all the stops to make sure that happens.
So you just heard RFK Jr. say he is going to pull out all the stops to make sure that Trump gets back into the White House. And that's even further than he went previously when he announced that he was suspending his campaign. Remember, he said he was still going to run in the other states. He just was going to pull his name off of the ballot in the battleground states. But now he's changed his tone and he's saying, hey, I'm pulling out. I'm telling all of my supporters everywhere across this country, vote for Donald Trump. And I want to show you guys, a few things because one, we got a huge W, and that is this right here. Let me put it on the screen so you guys can see. So as you see right here on your screen, courts in both Michigan and North Carolina have ordered RFK Jr.'s name to be removed from the ballot. This is a huge win. Democrats were hell-bent on keeping RFK Jr.'s name on the ballot in these critical swing states to pull votes from Trump, but they failed. And that's a fact. Remember, RFK was taking his name off of the ballot in the swing states, but a lot of these swing states said, no, we're not taking you off the ballot, which is kind of weird because first they were pushing to make sure that RFK Jr. couldn't be on the ballot, and then when he dropped out, they said, oh, no, you're staying on, but now they've been ordered to take his name off the ballot, which puts Michigan heavily in play. And, I want to speak about Michigan specifically because I came across this video that this liberal, this Democrat black woman made. And I want you guys to listen to what she has to say as she was walking around Michigan streets. Check out this clip.
We are losing Michigan, guys, and I am afraid and uncomfortable by that. I've been out here knocking on doors and talking to people, and the responses that I am getting, I can't believe it's so many black people that believe Trump is going to save your life over a stimulus check, bro.
So as you saw,
I'm sorry, but that's just hilarious. But that's the thing, guys. And that's why I keep making these types of videos and why I have made these types of videos in the past. Y'all know, I don't just talk out of the side of my neck. I don't just talk just to pander to you all. At the end of the day, that doesn't do anybody any justice, right? If things were bad for Trump, I feel like it's my duty to say something because we could fix it. We could do something about it. Just because it's bad now doesn't mean that it will be bad forever. And just because you ignore a problem doesn't mean that the problem disappears, right? So I'm not pandering. It does nobody any service, as I just explained to you. And so that's why I've showed you some of these street interviews. And now you have this Democrat black woman almost brought to tears because as she's canvassing, as she's going from door to door talking to folks about the election, people are saying that they're voting for Trump. In Michigan. And now Michigan has been ordered to take RFK Jr.'s name off of the ballot. So, another W. Also, Trump has another W, and I'm going to explain why I think this is interesting. Check out this.
This is some breaking news coming from the New York City courts. Judge Juan Marchand, who has been the presiding judge over former President Trump's so-called hush money case, has made a determination that he is not going to go ahead with the September 18th sentencing date for the former president, that it will be delayed until after the election. This had been a really fraught decision for this judge because people had observed, Sandra, that if he had have gone ahead with the sentencing, then the former president could have accused him of meddling in an election. And if
Yeah. You heard that correctly. So Trump will not be sentenced in, what would that be, a week and a half from now? So I think it's September 18th. That sentencing won't happen until after the election. I believe November 26th or something like that. Yes, November 26th. So that's not happening until after the election. And I say that is interesting because we all know what has happened in the past with Trump when they've gone after him. He's just gotten a boost in the polls. So I think that is an indication that Trump is winning, but they still think that they can pull it off possibly. But they didn't want to give him that extra bump by, trying to throw him in jail. So they're going to try to push it off and hope that there's nothing that, bumps up his polling any further, which I think this debate will bump up his polling further. I don't see how this debate will go well for Kamala. I don't think it will go absolutely. I don't think she'll bomb it like some people, some conservatives and Republicans have been suggesting that she will. I don't think she'll bomb it because me personally, I think she has the questions already. I don't have any evidence to back that up, just full disclosure, but I think she already has the questions and, she's been repeating the lines, right? And that's what she'll get up there and do. But I think Trump will make her stumble at some point, or he'll have like one of those iconic moments during the debate at some point. But some more good news is this right here. And as we've been talking about, Pennsylvania is where it all will be decided. Check it out.
What can you tell us about the state of play?
Oh, listen, I'm telling you, Pennsylvania, and I want to be clear for people who are listening, it has never been more favorable for Republicans. I mean, look at the difference between 2016, where Democrats had a 916,000 person voter registration advantage, 916,000 more registered Dems than Republicans. And today, that's only 350,000. And here's what's really important. As of today, the Democrats are short like 15% in their vote by mail totals comparing with 2020. They have banked 132,000 votes less than they did in 2020 at this same time. And Democrat strategists dismiss it away and they say, oh, but COVID. But that's not the whole story, because Democrats absolutely positively need that floor in 2020 of those mail-in ballots in order for win. They barely won with the floor as it was in 2020. And there are 132,000 votes down as of today, and the clock is ticking. And the reality is with vote by mail is that you just need time to track, find out, and get those ballots in, and they're running out of time. Whereas, Republicans are banking mail-in votes at a rate that's not been seen before, going back to the inception of mail-in voting in Pennsylvania, which was in October of 2019. And so Trump is performing not only better like with mail-in votes than ever before, but he's also doing extraordinarily well with pro-life, pro-gun Democrats, working-class union Democrats. They're going to help get him across the goal line.
Yeah. So not only have we closed the gap in terms of registration by 600,000, and that's like the third source I've heard that from. But also, Democrats they don't have that floor that they had previously with mail-in voting. And on the other side, on the Republican side, Trump is doing a lot better in the mail-in voting category than previously. And I think that's awesome as well. And I've said that in previous videos. Vote however you can. If that means mail it in, mail it in. Get it in there however you possibly can. Because, we need them all, right? We need every bit of it. But I also want to play this clip from Fox News with, I don't even know this guy's name. I can't think of his name. He's like a wrestler or something. But I want to play what it is that he has to say. And I think it says a lot about what's going on. Check out this clip.
To be fair, we just found out what a woman is. So give us some time on the information.
I still need proof.
I've known that little secret for a long time, Gutfeld. But I think today is a historic day. Today is the official panic button. There was two stories. I know we're going to talk about one a little bit later, but the Hunter Biden's move, their move, I think the wheels are starting to come off and they think we can't win. So he pled guilty today so he can get his pardon, because if she doesn't win, she can't pardon him.
Right.
So that panic is going down. Two, Russian disinformation. Lo and behold, also our ballistic missiles are now possibly being used by Ukraine to shoot at Russia. So I'm sure there's going to be some payback coming that way, or an excuse for us to.
So he mentioned two interesting things right there. And that is Hunter Biden pleading guilty all of a sudden now, which I think says a lot. I know it's just one little thing, but I look at everything and I try to put a picture together. And what that says to me is that you don't believe that there's going to be a Democrat still in office. And you want to make sure that you're sentenced well before your dad leaves office, so you can make sure that you don't go to prison. That's what that says to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Let me know. But then also, all of the Russia stuff. That's something that he mentioned as well. The Russians interfering, stuff. It's propped back up once again, just in time for the election, right? So I think that in combination with the Hunter Biden thing, with the Juan Marchan, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, court case being pushed back, the black lady saying, hey, I'm going door to door in Michigan, and people are supporting Trump. I can't believe it. And I say all that to say this. This does not guarantee that Trump will win. Because if we still don't do our part, he will lose. But even if he does win, I think the Democrats are going to try to pull something. And I want to play this clip with Jamie Raskins. And I think he says it all. And add this to the list of things as to why I believe Trump is going to win. Because if you didn't believe he was going to win, you wouldn't come out and say something like this, in my humble opinion. But once again, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just a guy on the internet. All right. Check it out.
What can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in Civil War conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means. And I'm glad that Sherilyn's creating her new center. So
you just heard Democrat Jamie Raskins basically say that we will not allow Trump to take office. Now, do I think it'll happen? Likelihood? No. 14th Amendment, Section 3, basically, and I'm reading it here, disqualifies any individual from holding office if they engage in an insurrection or rebellion against the U.S. after taking oath to support, the Constitution. So that's what Jamie Raskins is trying to lean into, that Trump led an insurrection, and that causes grounds for Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to come to bear, right, against Donald Trump. Now, like I said, I don't think that playbook will work. Is there a chance? Sure. But in all likelihood, I don't see that happening, but that's in the cards. That is in the cards. So that's something that we're up against. But I also want to show you guys this, and I'll let you guys get out of here. And this is the last little tidbit. And this is just a little note, okay? Nothing crazy major, but Nate Silver, who I'm sure you guys have heard of previously. Well, he recently just came out with his latest, what's today's date? Actually, today. Yep, this is fresh off the presses today, September 6th. Check out what his prediction is. You see that? Yeah. August 23rd, he had Kamala at a 53% chance to win and Donald Trump at a 46%. As of today, he predicts that there is a 61% chance that Trump will win and less than a 40% chance that Kamala takes a win. In all of the swing states, he predicts that Trump takes every single one of them. Every single one. Pennsylvania, 62% chance to win. Michigan, 52. Wisconsin, 52. Arizona, 75. North Carolina, 74. Georgia, 67. And Nevada, 59. Yeah. Now, that by itself doesn't tell the whole picture, but when you put all of this together, this says to me that they know what's coming. They believe they have a slight chance to pull it off, which is why I believe you saw Merchan push the sentencing back. But when you have Hunter Biden pleading guilty, when you have the whole Russia back again, when you have a black woman walking the streets of Michigan and saying, like, what's up with all these Trump supporters? I think it tells a completely different story. Trump's about to take a W. Now, don't get comfortable. Get involved. Contact somebody like Scott Pressler. All right? TPUSA, get involved. Okay? Get involved. Anything that we can legally do to make sure that Trump wins, I believe we should be doing. Now, don't break the law, of course, but whatever is legal, hey, we should be doing it. Democrats are. Why shouldn't we? So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that stuff because obviously, there's a lot of negative press, saying that, oh, Trump's going to lose, Trump's down, Trump this and Trump that, oh, Trump's behind, oh, my goodness. I don't buy it. And those are some of the reasons why I don't. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.